energy and the juice.
Juicy win after juicy win.
Yo, we're back. What's good, everybody? It's Nets Kingdom. I'm at Rage. I'm at Chubbs. Brooklyn Bridges drops the 40-piece. Oh, man. Is he the new favorite net? I don't know. Is he the new favorite net? Because I don't know. Some people are saying he's the new favorite net. So we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Bridges. We're going to talk about Cam Thomas, his minutes tonight. We're going to talk about Cam Johnson, CT and CJ. We're going to talk about CT and CJ. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. Let me shout out the chat. Rico, what's good? Ron C. Hey, Blade, what's up? Jared Williams, BB, what's good? Perk 30. What's up, Perk 30? Rico, what's saying here? Email, Taka, Joey BK, Carolina, Roshi Panda, Blade, what's up? What's up, bros? Good. Yeah, so good win. Now the first quarter, it was again Mikal was just on fire in that first quarter. Spencer Dinwiddie ended the quarter with a nice 3. Mikal had 12 points on 5 for 6 shooting, with a pair of nice blocks too. It's just good to see Mikal Bridges kind of lock in defensively and offensively because he can do both. He's a really good two-way player. That midi is so solid for Mikal. So I think when he starts hitting from 3, that's when he gets really dangerous because that midi is his go-to, but that 3, when he starts hitting threes, it might be Rapsky. So first quarter, it was 26-25. The Nets led the Heat. Halftime, we saw Cam Thomas in that second quarter just light it up. He had 11 in 10 minutes. Mikal had 17, and halftime, the Heat led the Nets 56-52. It was good to see. There's been a lot of talk on Nets Twitter about Cam Thomas, his minutes. Coach Vaughn not getting him enough minutes. It's after the 3 40-point games we've seen him. It seems like Jacques has been going to these 10-man, 11-man, 12-man rotations. So it's been like Cam's kind of been lost in the sauce. But when he got in that second quarter, he was cooking. And it was good to see Cam cook. Now, third quarter comes. Again, this was a back-and-forth game. We know the Heat are down Oladipo, Lowry, and Hero, but they're still a tough team with you got Jimmy Butler and Bam. So that third quarter, again, back-and-forth game. Cam Thomas hits a 3, ties it at 67 with 5 minutes left. Joe Harris hits a 3, puts the Nets up 73-72 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, Cam has 17 on 5 for 7 shooting at that moment. We saw Ben Simmons get into the game. He was mostly effective tonight. I mean, how'd you guys feel about Ben 10 tonight? Quick takes on Ben.
No comment.
Rage, I know you got a quick take on that.
Honestly, I didn't hate the way he played. I mean, he did a signature handoff, and sometimes he rolled, sometimes he didn't. The biggest positive I saw from Ben Simmons was he was communicating. He was communicating to everybody. He was helping with that. I didn't hate the way he played. His defense has kind of been mid to me. I don't know. He's not really getting in a defensive stance. He's kind of standing up and players are getting by him. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess that's really it. At least
he did cut early on. He was playing aggressive defense and he was cutting to the basket. But then and then he made that quarterback pass to Mikal. I think that was the third quarter, right?
Yeah.
It looked really sharp. He looked kind of like he was into it. Like he looked kind of locked in, and then started just drifting away slowly.
Like always. But the signature thing of what I was talking about was like. Do you know that backup Heat point guard? He went for a layup and it was a foul because Ben fouled him. He had him beat, but Ben had to foul him.
Oh yeah.
He had Ben beat bad.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, if I speak, I'll be in trouble. So I'm not saying that about him.
Shout out to Callaway. AJ, next time I'm taking you, my date stood me up. Glad we won though. Oh, Callaway, no. Why you stood you up?
That's tough.
Sorry, Callaway. I'll go with you next time.
It's all right. You got to witness Brooklyn Bridges in action. You good?
It's all right. You got a master class, a 40-point Brooklyn Bridges master class. So it was good for you though, Callaway.
Hopefully you ain't pay for his ticket.
Yeah, for real. Hopefully. Shout out to Callaway though. That's Kingdom royalty, by the way. Then the fourth quarter. Oh man, this is where it kind of got kind of iffy because it was a close game. Like I said, I don't think the lead was bigger than 5 at this time, or shoot 2, 3. So by the time we got to the fourth quarter, and Claxton too. Claxton has been. People are saying he's been struggling late. We're going to talk about Claxton after this, but fourth quarter we just seen Mikal just go on a barrage of offense. Now let me ask you guys this: like, what do you guys? What is Mikal's ceiling? I know in the Suns he was kind of that role player. He's kind of that guy off the not number 2 to Booker, but he was one of those options for Booker after Booker. But what do you guys think Mikal's ceiling is with our team? Do you think he's like going to be the leader of this team, or is it
I think I say like this: we have the potential to build a real core with the 4 of Claxton, Cam, Bridges, and CJ. But more specifically with Mikal, he's like the oldest out of that group. So his timeline is kind of different from everybody else because now I think he's about to enter his theoretical prime. So he's not going to get any younger soon. But what he's averaging now, which is like 23, 5, and 7, it's like pretty good. I think he has potential to be a 23, 24 point per game scorer. It's just a matter of putting it together. Like you clearly saw tonight, like he was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I think he has that potential. It's just putting it all together.
Yeah. Do y'all think like all-star or superstar potential? Do you think all-star is probably the limit?
I think he has to expand on some of his elements in his game to generally jump into that all-star category. But for now, I'd say he's a fringe all-star.
Yeah. It's got to be more consistent, It's got to be more because like I said, we saw in a couple last games where he's gone cold, and when he hasn't been this. So we'll see. We'll see what the ceiling is for Mikal going forth. Let me read some of the chat. Shout out to Joey BK. He said he can be a star, 20 points per game player, Kawhi type of player. Yeah. He definitely. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Swipes. He is. He does have that Kawhi like.
Yeah, but the thing with that Kawhi comparison, you look at how Kawhi plays. People don't really talk about it, like it's known, but Kawhi is one of the most efficient scorers in the game, and that's the craziest part. So where whenever he gets to his spot, it's almost that's 90% going in. So for Mikal to really be like that Kawhi type 2-way guy, he needs to really be extremely efficient from his spots. Like he likes to go to that mid range. He's got a good 3 game, but like I said, like his first 3 games here, it's up and down. So if he finds that consistency, I definitely see it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ray. You want to hop in on the going through Mikal's ceiling?
Honestly, for this team right now, for everything that's currently constructed, by the end of the year, he could be the first option for us, just in terms of how this team is built and the way he's playing. For the foreseeable future, I think he's just going to be he's going to be a 20-point per game player if we keep him on this roster. I think no matter who we add, because he's just going to be that guy who can get you a bucket. You never really we've always seen even with Phoenix, when he was getting his touches, he was able to score the ball. I mean, he had his best scoring month with obviously the month before he got traded. And he was doing well, and he's had his games, and he's honestly a guy you can just give the ball to, and he can score the ball. We were talking about earlier about like in the beginning of his tenure, we were like we should play through a Cal more and start giving him looks, because we didn't do that through the first we didn't do that for the Knicks game, and we didn't do that really for the Sixers game. So honestly, I think if you just give him more touches, he'll be able to produce, and that's just where it comes down to, because he's way more of a player who is just going to sit in the corner and hit his threes and be a vibes 3-and-D guy. Way more than that. He can get his own bucket.
No, I agree.
The stat line's nutty too. I'm really looking at it. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 70% from the field, 46 from 3, 7 to 7 from the line. That's just all around game, and you're just filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, he was efficient. He was really efficient.
And this guy, and another thing we haven't talked about, this guy is the most durable player in the NBA. I mean, he takes the most consecutive games played for an NBA player. The second guy is he's probably leading him by like over 150 games. I mean, he's unbelievable. You gotta hope he doesn't get hit with the Brooklyn curse, but yo,
don't use it.
Let's not even go
into
into
that. Don't you do that right now.
Hey, but I digress. But we have a guy who honestly can guard the best player on the court. We have multiple guys, so that's also great. And he can honestly have a more reduced role on the defensive side of the ball. And now that he's on our team, besides like when he was on the Suns, he was guarding he was going to be that guy who was guarding the best player. And now we have Dorian Finney-Smith. Now we have a bunch of other guys that you can put on. We have Cam Johnson to play it. You still got Claxton. You still have Simmons if he's locked. You still have O'Neal. You still have enough. You have enough guys to do it. So, but his offensive role you should look more to him. I don't think Dinwiddie had his moment in the Knicks game, but I don't think he's a guy you should just be giving the ball to the whole game. He isn't a number one option. He should be there.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like, will this clash with the Spencer and the Mikal? Because we've seen Spencer kind of, when he first got to Dallas, he kind of, shout out to Saint, he said at the moment he should be the main focus of the offense. He has a lot of room to grow. Agree, fringe all-star. Yeah, we saw that when Spencer got him on the Mavs, he did kind of clash with Luka, and then they kind of used Spencer with off the bench. Like they realized like, yo, we got to take advantage of Spencer's playmaking and just his need for the ball and dominate. So they kind of used Spencer as like a sixth man, off the bench. And Spencer flourished in that role. So it's like, is Jacques Vaughn going to have to, well, like I said, we don't really have another option of him, a point guard. So it's like, it's going to be tough to balance Spence and Mikal.
Unless you let Cam Thomas cook, then that's the whole different.
Yeah, and then you got to add the Cam Thomas cook. So it's
like the whole layer you got to factor in.
It's just an awkward nucleus, but you can make it. I don't know if somehow maybe you can.
You can somehow make it work, and obviously, and today was honestly a good thing. Like Dinwiddie shouldn't be put in a role where he has to score the ball a lot. Ever. I think he should be more of the facilitating guy for us. I don't think he needs to be a vocal part of scoring the ball. I think Cam Thomas and I think Mikal Bridges are better options in my opinion, just in terms of how we would run things. And I mean, on to Cam Thomas, I don't know what more he has to prove to get some minutes around here. I mean, he's been great, and he's another guy that needs to get his touches. And when he's playing, when he gets the ball, he scores the ball. It's like how it is with Mikal Bridges. You get him the ball, he will score the ball. That's it. That's all you need to do. I'd rather Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges take the shots than Spencer Dinwiddie. I think this is how you should have played in the Knicks game. You should have done that. You should have went more to Mikal and Cam Thomas rather than having to force it with Dinwiddie and him making dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. We don't need that from Dinwiddie, honestly. We don't.
Yeah. Go ahead, Charles. You want to go in?
Yeah, no, but to piggyback off what Rage said, the thing is, we're now in an era where we can literally free CT and it doesn't necessarily hinders us. We're not really, there's no there's no risk.
Let him go through. We can let him at this point. We can let him go through his growing pains.
And honestly, there's no
to not play him.
There isn't any expectations from us that we're gonna win a championship. We don't have KD, Kyrie, and Harden on this team. We don't. So you don't need to. Now we are more built to play Cam Thomas in bigger minutes, and obviously that's where he flourishes. And he doesn't even need to play 30 minutes. You just give him 20. That's it. You start off with that. Because he's been. I don't know what more 3 40-point games in a row has to prove to you that he needs his minutes, but I mean, this was another game that helped prove his case.
If you're joining us right now, we're recapping the Miami Heat game. Nets just beat the Miami Heat. Appreciate everybody that's coming in tonight and who's joining us tonight. So All-Star break. It's actually a good feeling, It's a good feeling. Getting this win before All-Star break, kind of like,
and the Heat were behind us. They were they're seat below us. We were a game and a half above. Now we're 2.5 games, so that helps going into the All-Star break. They don't play another game. We don't play another game, and so
where do we sit in this time?
Fifth.
Yeah, we're fifth right now. So we're 2 games ahead of the Heat. Is that what it is?
2.5. We're 2.5 games above them.
So we're the Knicks right now, the 6th.
They're the 6, but they I think they might be tied right now, or they're they.
God.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
I'm gonna
they're
check,
tied
but the
with
Knicks
Heat,
have been winning.
They are tied with the Heat at the moment.
They're
Yeah.
tied. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we talked about Mikal. Now I guess we'll talk about Cam. Cam, well, CT, as you guys, we're gonna call him CT because we
got
two
CT
Cams
and we
now.
got CJ. That's
CJ,
cool.
yeah, so
Actually, or should I
CT
say Cameron Boucher Thomas?
Yo, Boucher is like a lit middle name. I didn't know Cam's middle name was Boucher. Yeah, CT had, what did CT have? 19 points off the bench, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 21 minutes. He was 3 for 5 from 3 and 6 for 11 from
What
the
more does he
field.
have to prove? What more? What else do we? What else does he have to do?
Cam, yeah, like I said, he was cooking in that second quarter, like I explained, and then the fourth quarter, Mikal just went, crazy. So I guess the need for Cam wasn't CT wasn't really that necessary because I guess you saw Bridges what he did in the fourth quarter, but you saw Jacques Vaughn put him back in. I think it was like the 1 minute left, 2 minute left. So how you guys feel about what's the solution going forward after All-Star break? What do you guys want to see with Cam? Do you want him a lot of people saying you want a CT, you want him to start, or do you want him to still come off the bench? What's going on?
Honestly, right now, I think going into the next game once you're off the All-Star break, I think Cam should be your 6th man. He should be the first guy to come off the bench. Just right now, honestly, I don't mind him. I wouldn't mind if I saw him starting. Trust me, I wouldn't be mad. I honestly, it doesn't matter to me as long as he's just getting his minutes. Whether it's off the bench, you can be a big provider and be off the bench. I mean, you see what Jordan Clarkson's become. You just have to give him minutes. But he should be your 6th man. He should be your 6th man if you take Mikal Bridges off the court, if you take Dinwiddie off the court. But honestly, we saw it, and I think it'll work. You can pair Dinwiddie and CT up. You can do that. So, and honestly, you know what? If say we do pair them up, right? I think you move Dorian to the bench, or you move Cam Johnson to the bench, because honestly, I think you should move Dorian to the bench. I think you move him to the bench because Mikal and Dorian are your best defenders, right? So wouldn't it be best to just stagger their minutes in terms of defense? It makes sense.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not like you're losing any scoring or spacing, and you're not really losing a ton of defense. Cam Johnson's a good defender himself. Honestly, I think it's worth trying.
That's a good point because DFS, like I said, to me, and I didn't watch a ton of DFS in Dallas. Now, like I said, we're watching more games. Me and Raves been watching a lot more games. But DFS he's a good wing, but it's just like he's more suited for that Luka, that Harden, that main kind of guy that just kind of sits in the corner, gets his 3 points off. He can guard up, he's great defensively, but he'll get his 3 points off. Kind of that wing, that Reggie Bullock kind of wing, those type of D3.
He needs to be set up. He needs to be
set up. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. He needs to be set up.
He's like honestly, it's kind of different, but it's kind of how we were using Joe Harris when we had those 3 guys. We were just waiting. The reason why he was getting his threes up was because he was wide open and we were able to run off ball screens. And the thing was, when you have Luka on the court there, and you have and you have Dinwiddie on the court when you were back into the Mavs, you're gonna be more focused on those guys, and especially Luka, obviously, that you can just kick the ball out there. Well, if Luka's driving, most likely Dorian's guy is going to be near the paint, so he's going to have to help. So you can kick it out to Dorian, and he's going to make it. And it was the same thing with how Joe Harris was when we had Harden, honestly. Yeah, so, I totally agree. That's why I think, honestly, he should come off the bench. Because it's not like you're losing. You're not really losing a ton. You're not
losing a ton of defense. I mean, you have the size, but it's like you're not usually. I mean, look, if you're starting Cam, you take DFS out, it's like you still have, Clax, Spencer 6'6", Mikal 6'6", so it's not like we're getting like totally like
and
before.
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson, what was Cam Johnson, 6'8"?
He's another really good defender as well.
Yeah, so it's not like you're losing a ton of size. Let me read some of these super chats. Shout out to Easy Money. He said Royce need to retire respectfully. Shout out to Easy Money. Callaway, start CT, bench Dinwiddie. Oof. Okay. Callaway coming with the fire. And then Michael Zeri was good. He said, welcome back, y'all. Mikal is nice. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's good to be back. Easy Money said DFS streaky, just like Royce. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's hard. We're gonna have to figure out DFS, man. We're gonna have to figure out DFS.
But at least with DFS and Royce, at
Yeah.
least DFS can, lock up all the time.
Yeah.
So at least you
Joel
got that.
said, oh my god, I gotta read this. The Spaces is great without saying you don't have to hear someone fart the whole time. Oh, and saying I got you diapers you asked for.
$5 donation. Just kidding. The $5.
I like
Yo.
I shit you not, Joel. Outside of being Brandon's mouthpiece and echo chamber, no one gives a fuck what you think. So like, I shit you not. Nobody finds that Saint bit funny. Like nobody.
Yo, this man
I shit
really
you
like.
not,
I can't believe he really super chatted to
nobody.
troll
Like, that shit is
Spade. Like,
corny as fuck.
you don't say this not here though, Joel. Just say this out here.
But you
I
know,
think
like,
Spade is in
I don't
Spaces.
know. I don't know what's worse. I don't know
Literally-
what was worse. The casual trolls, the casual troll dono to say that we were trading for Westbrook, or this.
Oh,
Like
man.
literally all you do, if not gobbling up fucking Ben Simmons, is shitting on Saint, who literally did nothing to you. Like, I don't know if Brandon paid you to do that, but Jesus Christ, that is corny as fuck. That's just corny as fuck.
Let me read this next super chat. Shout out to Rico. He said Bridges and CJ were cornerstones of the Suns team that made the finals. Not crazy to think with a piece or two we could be complete.
Yep.
Yeah, man. They were definitely a good part of that Suns team. What were we talking about too? I forgot what we were talking about now. You talking about Cam Thomas?
We were on the topic of what we should do in terms of like we were talking about either you start what we're gonna do with Cam.
Oh yeah,
starting
starting Cam. Okay, yeah.
I honestly I think it's worth it because honestly and then with I think Ben is good enough to cut. Well, he's you can bring him off the bench and he'll be the guy who can at least push the pace for you, and he can be that guy off the bench. I think that's good enough.
Because there was this lineup I posted. I can't put this on the this lineup I posted. This is with Cam at the 2 and DFS at the 4. And then there was another lineup I posted. This is Cam at the 2. Wait, Cam at the it's supposed to be Spence at the 1, Cam at the 2, Mikal at the 3, Cam, CJ at the 4, and Clax at the 5.
That's the lineup I think we should go with.
This lineup?
Yeah. Just swap Spence and Cam, but at the same time, I think Spence and Cam will be redundant. I do think they'll be redundant.
That's what I was saying in the beginning.
Yeah,
they might clash because it's like you want to stagger them because, like I said, what happened with Spence and Dallas when they staggered Spence and Luka. I mean, they would still play them together like in closing lineup, but when they staggered Spence and Luka, like it worked out for Spence. Spence went crazy.
But there was I agree with that, and I just think there's going to be a lot of times where Cam Thomas is like if he gets the ball right. And the thing is, the reason why I don't really think they'll clash is because Dinwiddie isn't. I don't think he's that guy who's going to be like, give me the ball, I want the ball, I need to score. I think he can be the guy who's going to bring the ball up, and you have to screen for Cam Thomas because you got to get him open because teams are obviously going to double him. The Heat were trying to double him a lot today, so you're gonna need someone who can bring the ball up and have it set an off ball for Cam, and you can still have Dinwiddie spot up because Dinwiddie can shoot the ball. He can still shoot the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't really think they'll clash. And the thing is, Dinwiddie, he does do most of his work on ball. I still think he can be good enough off of it. And the thing is, there's going to be a lot of times where Cam runs into a brick wall, and he needs someone to pass it out to get something going.
Yeah. But the thing with that is, and I'll say this both for Cam and Spence, they're a score first guards. Out of the two, Spence is more likely to pass before Cam, but at the end of the day, both of them are looking to score first instead of being a genuine point guard. And that's the thing. Both of them should be the player where low-key they're kind of setting it up. They're bringing the ball up. They initiate it. So it's going to be tricky to kind of start them. Like I say, we're at this point where it doesn't even matter. Just try to experiment. Like there's really nothing. There's nothing against trying to start them both, but you do have to make a decision who you want to start at the 1 and who you have to come off the bench as the 6 man.
Then I say this. What is your plan with Ben Simmons and Cam Thomas off the bench then? Like, how do you think that should work?
I have a take with Ben.
Okay. We should cut him.
Shut his ass down for the season. And mind you, I'm not the only one that thinks this. Shut his ass down for the season. Let's see where he's at next season and trade his ass for anything. Like, shit you not, anything. Doesn't he just trade him? Just get him off the roster. Because where does Ben fit now moving forward with the roster? Like, think about any other spot. He can't really play the one because Spence is there. Unless we move Spence, then okay, maybe he can be the one. But then again, we got Cam, which has more upside than wherever Ben Simmons is at currently with his career. Like, arguably, I'd rather go in all in on Cam than try to fix whatever the fuck is going on with Ben Simmons. You can say, oh, he could be a small ball five. Well, kind of see how he is as a small ball five. It's nothing really different. It's arguably worse. So then you can't really say that any of the 4, the 3, or the 2. Those are fucking occupied by Mikal, Cam Johnson, and DFS. So, like, where the fuck does he actually fit? Like,
yeah, that's the problem.
And mind you, that's not taking away from the talent. Let's not get that confused. But there's no real spot where Ben Simmons can really impact this roster. In a sense, only Ben Simmons can do this on the roster. Like, only Joe Harris can have an impact on shooting. That's Joe Harris's bread and butter. Cam Thomas is scoring. That's his bread and butter. Cam Johnson, 3-and-D wing. DFS, 3-and-D wing. That's their bread and butter. What has Simmons...
shout out to Callaway. Saint is here. Screw Troel. Troel.
So, but yeah, no, like I don't see where Ben can fit moving forward.
Yeah, and I've heard a couple of people say that too. Like they would rather just bench him for the year, just let him sit. Shout out to Callaway. Waive Ben, trade him for a pack of gum. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're in a tough situation. Like I said, his contract is really, really hard to trade.
He's making well. Story short, he's making $15 million more than the second highest paid guy on the team.
Exactly, he's one of the highest paid players in the league right now, and he's just useless.
He's getting paid like an all-star to come off the bench and really do nothing. Like I mean, he talks, but his defense has not been great, and it doesn't make sense if he's not going to push the pace. At least cut. You have to at least screen and roll a lot. Don't just. He did it for the first play. He screened and rolled, and then he stopped doing it all the time. I don't understand why he doesn't.
Like theoretically, Ben Simmons should have been immediate starting point guard if everything was just perfect with him. Like let's be honest. Theoretically, he should have been starting point guard no matter what happens. But now he's coming off the bench. He got fucking 13 minutes versus the Knicks. Like, there's really no sliver of hope with Ben Simmons unless he gets whatever the fuck is wrong with him right. Yeah. Like, I don't even want to say...
I'm saying, like, do we have to keep playing him to, like, make him, I guess, like, for just waiting for it to come back, like, the athleticism and everything, or do you just don't play him?
Like, nah, bro, you gotta shut him down because, like, we've tried everything.
Yeah.
Like, we've tried everything. We tried to run him at the point. We tried to run him with lineups with all shooters. We tried to run him in lineups where he can strive the best. Literally, this whole roster, with KD and Kyrie being here, was prioritized to help Ben Simmons. And he still couldn't get it done. Back problems or not. So, literally, from the Nets standpoint, they've tried everything. What can we do? It's literally just Ben now. Yeah. So personally, you gotta sit him now. What other option is feasible?
He's saying facts. Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to BB. He said honestly, Seth is a bit overrated. Shout out to Tina. She said we're spitting truth about Ben. Caesar, why did he look so much better early in the year? What happened? Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know. It's like he went backwards. Drip like Lucas. Yo, just joined the stream. Didn't watch the game. How did Ben do? Basically, Mikal just went off, had the 40 piece. Cam was going crazy. CJ was good, and Ben was just there. I don't know how to explain it.
He consistently is just there. Consistently, he's consistently just there. I mean, like,
do anything.
He does provide some upside on defense, I guess. But he's getting blown by. He isn't even getting into a stance.
Yeah, and then the fouls. He gets a lot of fouls. The fouls.
He had another stupid moving screen again. It pisses me off.
Yeah, he cannot screen us. Somebody
he had 5 fouls, bro.
Somebody need to teach him how to screen because this man
He had 5 fouls in 20 minutes.
He moves on every
AJ,
screen.
I'm sorry. He's too fucking established of a superstar. I was about to say superstar. I had to hold myself there. But he's too established. But even if he's too established of a player to be taught certain things, like someone needs to teach him how to set a screen. No. You're 6'10". You're built the way you are. You should know not to set a screen. Not set a screen. Stand moving your feet. What's going on here?
And I also
hold your hand through everything. That's crazy.
He also in today's stat line, his fouls were his highest stat. He didn't his plus minus wasn't.
You know it's crazy
his points
when
wasn't,
fouls
his
is your
rebounds
highest.
wasn't. His assists weren't.
Fouls is your highest.
How you fouls is your highest stat?
He had 2 points, a turnover, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 5 fouls, and was a +4.
Yeah, anybody that still defends Ben, I don't know how y'all do it. It's different. That's different, man.
Shout out to Callaway. Ben's the new Westbrook, worst contract in the NBA. Yeah,
At least Westbrook plays with some drive.
Yeah, Westbrook at least has a little bit of value of playing. He's gonna get you at least 8 assists and 10 points.
At least he was tradable.
Yeah.
Westbrook managed to put together like I can't speak today, but he managed to put together a good stretch of ball where he was able to get traded.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
Never bringing him off the bench. He was actually not bad. He was actually good this year.
He was giving y'all like 20 points per game multiple times.
The Lakers just didn't Yeah, he needs to be on a team where he's free to cook. Basically, that's all. Yeah. Let me read some of these comments. Somebody said it's his spinal. Shout out to Isaac Ben Scammer. Rage, oh my god, that's crazy. Somebody said, can we yell at Barclays Cam needs minutes? Yeah, I mean,
he needs minutes, man.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, it's y'all. We were champion Jacques Vaughn, and everybody was like, "Did Jacques Vaughn get it? I mean, is he exposed now? Is it because we have no stars? Is it exposed, or is he still the coach of the year candidate?
He's obviously still coach of the year, but honestly, in my opinion, honestly. But where I'm at right now is honestly, he's still experimenting. My only real critique is him not playing Cam more, and at least you stop putting Patty Mills in the game. Thank God you actually did that. But my only thing is really you got to play Cam more. I think he should be your guy that gets the most minutes off the bench. I don't really think anyone else could. I think Royce O'Neal next maybe because he at least he was starting for us and he isn't horrible.
Yeah,
but Cam should be getting the most minutes. I don't know what 40 plus games in a row has to prove to you. 47 against the Clippers. This man had Kawhi Leonard up against him and was cooking. I don't know what more he used to do.
Mikal, CT, CJ, and Clack should be getting the most minutes on his team.
For real.
That should be everybody that should be getting the most minutes. It should be those guys, and then everybody else. You can decide who gets the minutes depending on the flow of the game. You know.
Yeah, you can't prioritize player minutes no more. They're fucking young. They have no.
Yeah.
Yo, I have a question. Did you guys like the way Dinwiddie just played in general tonight? I mean, he played 36 minutes tonight, and
he played a lot. I feel like
he
overplayed Royce.
It looked like he played less to me. Man.
Coach always overplays Royce, but I feel like he overplayed Royce, and he might have overplayed Dinwiddie a little bit.
But you saw I think this was why I was talking maybe you start Dinwiddie and you start Cam together was because Dinwiddie's shots were mostly spot up.
Nothing really shot creation. Yeah,
honestly, he can. You can. The reason why I don't think they'll clash is because the way he played tonight. This Cam and Dinwiddie thing could work.
Yeah, no, it's just about reps. And this is why I won't really go too much on Jacques Vaughn. I'll hold him accountable. He did coach bad, but at the same time, we did the same thing. What do you want him to do when literally half of your roster is overhauled? Literally after that whole trades, 5 people on the team you generally knew before the trade deadline. So you got to figure everything out.
And think of this, Chubbs. People were giving Steve Nash excuses because we had to worry about the lineups.
Jacques Vaughn went through worse in literally less time than Steve Nash went through in 1 year.
And 2 months. It's kind of crazy. And 2 months.
That's a crazy. He went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows.
You went from coaching KD and Kyrie.
And you know what?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And you know what? And you know what? And through all of this, we still somehow stand alive.
That's what I'm saying. Like
We're somehow still alive, even though we're the most unluckiest fans of basketball. You can talk about it for hours about how unlucky we are as humans, because we went through. Keep in mind, we are Nets fans, but we also went through a pandemic, so we can't get any more unlucky than that.
Yeah. But I'll say this, Joe, with JV, he now has time to assess everything with this upcoming All-Star break. If we continue to go in without no set rotation, no sense of who comes off the bench, who's the sixth man, who's the one, who's the first, second, third option, then that's a problem to me. Because now it's like, okay, you understand what you have now in these couple of days, and now you can kind of have set things. And then you experiment off those set in stone rotations. That's how it really should go.
Yeah. I'm gonna read some of these super chats. Shout out to Callaway. 5 fouls is a good game for Ben. We need Laker GM. He was able to trade Russ. He can trade Ben. Shout out to Mo. Mo, is it true we could have got Bam for Ben in October? I heard it was false, but Christian Winfield came out with that. I heard somebody checked him on that and it was false, but
shout out to Winfield, but I would take it with a grain of salt. You never know.
Yeah. It was. I think it wasn't Bam straight up for Ben. It was like a 3-team, I think, with Donovan or something like that.
Yeah, well, to send D-Mitch to Miami.
Yeah, it was like a D-Mitch to Miami, Bam to us, and then Ben goes
Ben to Utah.
Ben to Utah, yeah.
Actually makes sense if you think about it. It does make sense because they just got a terrible contract from Russ. So, they would probably try to flip Ben.
Yo, imagine D-Mitch with Mikal and Camp, CJ and all. Yo, that would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine. We were supposed to get Bam, right? Like, supposedly in the trade. Yo, Bam with Katie and Kyrie. We needed a center for a minute, bro.
And then Clax takes his leap, but then he's on the. Would he even take his leap on the bench though? That's another thing you got to consider.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if it was true, I don't even know if Sean Marks would have I think he still believed in Ben, so he didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to do that move. But
I don't know why you risk it though.
Yeah, no, he got Katie and Kyrie the fuck out of here quickly. No, he ain't wasting no time with that. He ain't wasting no time with that.
Shout out to Conch. Things gonna be fine. Brooklyn loves his team. Oh, don't do that, man. I don't want to hear that, Josiah.
Yeah, the 40-win team.
Josiah really said that. When I saw Josiah tweeted that, I'm like, really? That's the first thing you say? That's the first thing he said that tells Josiah?
Oh man.
He said, everything's gonna be fine. Brooklyn loves this team.
And he said he prioritized just the 40 win thing when Kyrie was on the team and we had KD. He said that while they were on the team.
Yeah, he said that. I was like, wait, what? I was like, why are you? I'm like, bro, you just blew up the team. Destroy the championship hopes, and then you're saying that? Like, come on, bro. No. Just stay off Twitter, Josiah. I don't even want to see your tweets. Bro.
Okay, but speaking of championship hopes, I think this transitioned into another thing I wanted to bring up. On Twitter, I put out a poll. If given the opportunity, because now we're just sitting on a shit ton of picks and assets, which young star guard would you trade for? Trae Young or SGA? I want to hear y'all takes on it.
You gonna go first?
SGA easily. I'm taking SGA. I mean, you know how nice it would be to have Trae Young against the Knicks, bro.
Oh yeah, he's the Knicks killer. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think okay. What he did against the Knicks in that 2021 series was demonic. That was unbelievable. Hit the bow and shit. They hated him and he took them out. But
yeah, I'm an SGA fan, so I'm going SGA.
SGA is bigger too. And
everybody in the chat spamming SGA. Damn.
Yeah, like I get it. I would go for SGA too, but let's not act like Trae Young's not that fucking guy.
Why y'all like that guy. Everybody's sleeping on. Why y'all sleeping on Trae?
Trae owns the Knicks more than KD owns the Knicks.
Y'all don't want.
But here, right? Y'all love Cam Thomas when Trae Young is literally that on steroids and he can play make.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I don't think like they're also like hating though, because I think what's his name? I think SGA is the clear option over Trae Young. I
No,
don't think
yeah,
it's cheating, but
People said
settle
Trey.
for
Somebody said
SGA.
Trey ain't that guy. Trey is trash.
okay.
SGA ain't that guy.
So
Oh, everybody, somebody
these
said
last
SGA.
few games from Trae, he had today he had 19 points, 4 for 14, 1 for 6 from 3, but he had 11. These last 3 games, he's had 11 assists, 14 assists, 17 assists, and that's with 24 points and 25.
Yeah, yeah. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Made in Brooklyn. He said, "Do you think the KD, Kyrie, Harden experience has put aside of dealing with superstars and their player power ever again?" I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know if we're ever gonna get a star again. Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no. I can't tell you. I mean, we're in a tough position because we can't really tank because we don't have our picks, but at the same time, it's like, are we gonna still be competitive enough to stay up in the standings?
Yeah, right now we can still be like that mid. We can still be mid. We can honestly, this team is going to make the playoffs, but at what cost at this point? But
Yeah.
the thing is,
We're in the purgatory. We're in purgatory. We're not good enough to win like a championship, but we're not. We can't tank, so we're in purgatory. We're like
you
in that
can't possibly lose enough games with this team to be a lottery team. You couldn't possibly do that. But you know what the thing is, and I obviously like you have 8 first-round picks you're sitting on. You don't own any of those picks, I don't think.
Oh no, okay. So put it this way: outside of the Houston, we don't necessarily own those. Most of those are swaps, but more so, we're gonna finish above the Rockets. So I think they swap that to us. I believe that's how it works. I can't.
Yeah, you're no. You're right. That's how the swaps work.
So it's not like we don't own any picks, but more so, they're not going to be lottery. We can't be bad enough to where we can get a lottery, but we can get like middle 15 and below type picks, I think.
Oh, and okay,
so would you rather go that route? Would you rather tank or not tank, but would you rather go like let's say they offered what 4 first rounds for Mikal and 3 first rounds or 2 first rounds for DFS?
I'm surprised we didn't take that.
Me personally, after what I honestly, Mikal's been that guy. He's been nice. Obviously, maybe you talk about maybe the 4 first from the Grizzlies.
I think I'm cool with keeping Mikal, but the
man,
DFS
I don't.
thing, I feel like they
honestly, I think
that.
I think that's a little blown over proportion for people who say we should have taken it, because it's like, I mean, the 28th pick that has a high chance for us to really work out. The 28th pick.
We're gonna get the 28th pick.
Like it's not gonna be lottery, but you have to factor in a lot of these draft classes are deep coming up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And you never know what you can get. Like, you've seen Desmond Bain, you've seen.
And this is the one thing that I'll give Jeff Peterson and Sean credit for is the drafting. Like this, Jeff Peterson and Sean are like really good at finding like gems.
Hey, Cam Thomas was a gem, bro. To be drafted like 27.
Clax, all these guys, all these guys, bro.
And this is where I'll say, when it comes to building through the draft, it damn near has to be home run. Like we got 8 picks moving forward. Like at least 4 or 5 of those have to be home runs. Like you can't. I don't think you can have more than 4 duds when you draft.
Yeah.
Like it can't be a Sixer situation where you hit on 2 in Ben and Joel, and then you just have fucking guys that never really fruitioned into anything. And you
Markel Fultz.
Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah. You cannot have that. You kind of have to hit on a good more of these picks than less. It's kind of tricky.
But honestly, I don't know what you guys think, but personally, with the way the team is right now, I think if you add an SGA or a Trae Young, I think if you add one of those guys, you're a title contender. In my opinion, those guys are instant superstars who are going to provide at the highest level.
Yeah,
and then you top that off with all of these other guys you have all of the defense. You still have Mikal who can get a bucket. You still got Cam Johnson who can get a bucket. You still got Cam Thomas. Baby. It just depends, but I'm just basing it off of what we have. Yeah. But if you add a superstar to that, this team is insane. Because honestly, this team, a lot of this time there's going to be close games. You might not win all of them, but all of these games are really going to be close with everybody you play, because your defense is going to be good enough. Obviously, your offense might lack, but if you have another real insane scoring option, who's a number one option in the superstar. You add that to here, that's insane.
Yeah, and this is where I'd say, while yes, I'd pick SGA. I don't see too many problems with Trae Young. And if you pull the trade off and you don't get rid of all your defense, I'd assume you have to assume Ben Simmons is a part of that deal to make the contract work, or just to make the money work. So unless you give up Ben, and at most you give up DFS, you still got Clax, CJ, and Mikal. That's some good guys to put around Trae Young. And it's not like we're gonna gut our whole team to where we have no defenders. Because I feel like with these trades, we damn near have all wings. It's very
with the new Toronto Raptors without no scoring.
Trust me, we're definitely not in need of a wing anymore.
Yeah, no, we got all wings over here.
With the new Toronto Raptors.
I'm not mad if we pivot to either direction. I feel like it's easier to get SGA over Trae, but I wouldn't mind either option. That's where I'm coming from. It's not like it's a terrible thing to go after Trae Young. It's not. It's really not.
Honestly, and you know what the thing is, SGA provides on both sides of the ball, yes, but he isn't anywhere near the facilitator Trae Young is. Not even close. Yeah, he's not even close. If Trae Young can pass, 25
but he's not Trae.
AJ, bro, if Trae Young can get you 25 and 17 assists. 17 assists.
Yeah,
crazy.
Trae can pass.
And you know what? They're both nice. I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong.
SGA's been a dog. He's literally ever since he got to the Thunder, he's been smoking anything moving. So let's not even do that. I'll be fully happy with SGA.
He is 24.
Jesus,
exactly.
Oh my god.
He's young.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Shout out to Naya lists. Are we better now versus where we were pre-KD Kyrie era?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
for sure. It's not even close. Man, we were starting.
I'm not saying like we're 1,000 times better, but it's tough to say because, bro, we did have Jared Allen and Karras and Spence.
Yeah, but and we had D'Lo, but
D'Lo.
But
no, I don't want to compare that. I can't compare.
No hate or anything, obviously. But I mean, you had a lot of lineups where you're going with Jared Dudley and Rondé, Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say this: the rebuild is not. I don't think we can do a hard set rebuild where we're tanking hard and we're gonna go for that number. No, I think it's a soft rebuild. And realistically, you look at this rebuild to when the whole KG and Pierce debacle, we have much more pieces to work with, better assets to move off of.
And you have picks.
Yeah. And it's not like
there's definitely more talent on this team than 2018.
And you're not, and like I said, you don't have 0 picks. You have 8 first-round picks right now, and you got seconds. Obviously, you have seconds. You might as well obviously you're gonna have multiple picks in this draft this year, but you're gonna have a lot of picks in general over the course of the next year, the next few years. I think honestly, with it being lower and us still being a playoff team currently, I think you might as well just move off of those picks and you get another star. Like I said, I don't know where y'all stand. I think do y'all think if we get a superstar, we're championship contending? Like if we get Shea or Trae Young, I think this team is championship contending.
Yeah, I have to see it, but I definitely say we're a deep playoff run level team.
I'm not going championship yet, but I got to see it too because I don't like I said every game right now. I just go in with no expectations and just see how we play.
Take it game by game. You take it game by game. That's fair.
For what it's worth, we're easily a team perfectly set up to trade for a star that'll ask out. I'll say that. We have the picks. We have the desired guys.
The only way we'll get a star is if we trade. That's the only way right now. Like we're not going to get no free agent star.
Not in free agency, and the chances of you really getting a guy you can draft and instantly develop is very low, especially late in the first round.
Yeah.
People are laughing at us saying Trae Young. No way.
Why? I don't know why people think Trae Young's so bad. What?
Shout out to Kevin. He said end of an era. No more Kyrie, Harden, me, and Luau Cabarro. Shout out to you, man.
That's nutty. But yeah, no, like I get the argument for Trae Young, but let's not forget what this man did in 2021.
Oh, 10 rings, yeah.
Yeah, no, like that run was crazy. Yeah. And if it wasn't for Trae Young, they really wouldn't go that deep. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. What was I going to talk about next? Oh yeah, if you're joining us right now, hit that like button. Again, follow the new Instagram. That's Kingdom2433. Well, it's not new, but new name. So 2433, new Instagram, and follow us all on Twitter, TikTok. Make sure you follow Rage on TikTok.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I have
Yeah, Rage,
pretty much
all
all
in the
the
process of rebuilding, bro. We
we're,
gotta
we,
rebuild.
we,
It's the
we're
rebrand.
completely rebuilding like everything we're doing because I look at my like I look at my posts and I'm like, all Kyrie and KD. I'm thinking about deleting them all. I think I should just delete them.
Yeah. No, don't delete it because it's part of history, man. It's part of that.
It's part of history, but it just makes me sad. Why?
No, it does. It does.
Every time I look back and I'm just like, I just picture myself back at the Boston Celtics series that 2021.
Yeah. I mean, before, like I said, I saw like we'll let the chat get y'all reactions to the KD trade because I didn't let you guys go and talk about it. But yeah, what were your first reactions to it? And I guess now that you guys have time to like sit on and think about it, how did
Yo, you know what's crazy? I remember going to sleep reading the Brian Lewis tweet. They have no intention of moving KD. And then we had some talks in DMs, and it was like, okay, maybe we're moving a little bit forward. So I went to bed a little peaceful, also with coming to the acceptance of we might be trading Claxton for Siakam. We might be nuking the roster to get a go all in with KD. Then my mom bangs on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Like, wake up. I'm like, whoa. Did someone die? He's like, no, they traded him. Like, bro, they traded him. I'm like, what? Damn. Bro, I was in that deep sleep, when you get the indent of the
this man just woke up like,
bro, I was in that deep sleep. That's when you get the indent covers on your skin. I'm like, yo, what's going on right now? When she said they traded him, I'm like, oh. I grabbed my phone. Damn. Break. Phoenix acquires Kevin Durant, a blockbuster deal. And that's when I knew we weren't getting anything good. Or let me reframe. We weren't getting enough.
Oh yeah, it was not enough.
Mikal and Cam Johnson, they're good players. Those are good people to add to your team.
Yeah.
But for Kevin Durant, like King's ransom. I'm sorry. King's ransom.
Bro, it was supposed to be, remember when they were talking about during the summer? It was supposed to be like 7 first rounds. A star. It was supposed to be a whole
at least something in the neighborhood of what Rudy Gobert got.
Yeah,
something in that neighborhood. Not exactly, but something in that neighborhood.
It was supposed to be like this is KD. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Durant.
This is Kevin Durant. This is not no. I know no disrespect to Kai, but this is KD though, bro. Like, come on.
That moves the needle crazy. Moves the needle crazy. But outside of the shock factor, I kind of moved on a little quicker. And that's not necessarily, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, obviously, AJ, you came, like, damn, I got to do the rebrand. You took a couple days off. Everybody's dealing with it different, but I think moving forward, it is what it is. That's kind of where I'm at it. I already moved on. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to keep revisiting and just be like, oh my God. Yeah,
it hurts to talk about it sometimes. Like, I can't even, like, seeing KD play. Like, I'm good. Like I said, me and Rich are going to talk about that too, about watching other games and talking about other games. But even like the first few days, I was just like, I couldn't even, like, it would just break my heart seeing KD in a Suns gear and on the bench. I'm like, damn. Every time somebody talked about it, I'm like, oh, don't talk. I'll be like this. La, 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 la. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, like it was that shock factor, like those first hours to like a day, it was like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah.
But then we played that Sixers game, and I'm not gonna say, I wouldn't say it was cope, but after seeing that Sixers game, I'm like, you know what? We're in a better spot than the last time we tried to blow up our stars like a couple years ago. So I don't think it was going to be too bad of a rebuild. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. We're back to being the lovable losers that
exactly.
We're back to being the bench mob Nets, but
bench mob lovable lose. Shout out to Maiden Brooklyn. I think Sai will be targeting 4th, 6th seed for next several years and will not look to add any true superstars in the trade. His ego is too big. I think I agree with that, man. I don't think we're gonna get any.
Yeah, I don't think
I gave up on the hope of getting another star with this. If he keeps Sean Marks here, God forbid, I can't. I'm just gonna just fall in line with everybody else and just go forward with what they're talking about. Go with what their vision is. So that's I'm not gonna try to like predict anything or hope for anything. I'm just gonna go with the vision that these guys have for this team.
Yeah, like at least I'm gonna give it a chance. I'll say I'm gonna give it a chance. At the end of the day, what the fuck am I gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. It's like we have no choice. Shout out to Easy. He said Joe Tsai acting like he's gonna find another KD. Yeah, bro, it's insane.
Yeah.
Shout out to Made in Brooklyn. True or false? Most longtime Nets fans are more comfortable rooting for a team with much lower expectations. That's a fact. That might be a fact.
I mean,
bro.
yeah, but at some point you got to get out of that mentality. Like, it's only so long you can root for mediocrity when you want to win.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be Knicks. I'm not trying to be the Knicks, bro. Because like, call me a terrible fan, but I feel like the pinnacle of fandom is winning a championship. That is like the pinnacle top of your being a fan of a team is winning a championship. That's why I'm willing to go at all costs. Y'all know me. I was trying to pay Kyrie, and I'm willing to take it there.
Like there's a reason.
Yeah.
Lakers have so many fans. Yankees have so many fans. Alabama has so many fans.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks, like all these fans of like you say bandwagons. There's a reason because it's literally success everywhere you go. Everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Those type of like it's so easy to be a fan because it's just success. Like logically think about this. If a great grandfather was a Lakers fan, they saw their team win a chip. Exactly. If a grandfather was a Lakers fan, they saw their team win a chip. If a father was a Lakers, they saw their team win a chip. And if a great grandson, they probably just saw LeBron lift that trophy up in the bubble. Like it's just success from all aspects. And I think that's what every franchise should be, a team, no matter what, in every decade you have a form of success. And that's kind of where this is all disappointing. For the most part, when it came to the Nets, we've always gotten the stars. We've even gotten to the dance, but we just always
got the stars. But yeah, shout out to Smooth. I really think they wanted to do something to build around KD, but just couldn't with them being deadlocked to Ben Simmons. I'll speak on that. Hold on. Larry said when the trade happened, I went out in the street screaming with the KD jersey on. Like I was drunk. I'm still shell shocked, bro. Yeah. I still can't believe it. I'm low key like I was definitely a depressed Nets fan. This past couple days.
Gotta say, you didn't take a break because you were happy.
Yeah, exactly. I was not happy with this. You guys know I was upset about this. Like I don't know, like who not gonna be upset. I guess the people who love the front office crew, the guys who stand Sean and Joe.
And you gotta love, but you gotta. I just you just gotta love you love the team who loses to the Knicks. Love him.
You say you love the team.
Tell me that doesn't that pisses me off, bro. I'm like, of course, nothing more, nothing that tells us that KD and Kyrie are gone more like losing to the Knicks.
Fuck, man.
And I'm watching Jalen Brunson cook, and I'm like, what is my life?
Let me answer this Smooth Savage question. Yeah, so this is the funny story about this, right? So because I was texting Rage about this. So the crazy part about this KD story, which is like, this is how close Kevin Durant was close to staying with us. Because Kyrie left, KD was like, yo, listen, I'm not trying to be here with no co-star, try to trade me, right? So when that came in, remember I sent you in the last video I had, stream I had, I said, yo, I got that text of KD's gone, he's going to Phoenix. So that's when KD requested a trade, right? Follow the timeline. He requested a trade, and I got that source that told me that. Then KD's like basically like, yo, if you don't trade me to the Suns, I'm cool with staying here for the year, work something out in the summer. Then that came out, and everybody was like, oh, we're keeping KD. So meanwhile, Sean and Joe are on the line with the Suns, trying to figure out something. And then we got that news of the Jay Crowder. So Sean asked for Jay Crowder back in the trade if they're going to get KD. And the Suns were like, no, we're not giving the Crowder. And they hanged up the phone. So we thought KD was staying, right? We thought KD was staying. And then literally at like 11, I think they said 11:45, Matt Ishbia called him back quick and was like, yo, we'll give you whatever you want. Jay Crowder, take him. Take the picks. Take Mikal Camp. Jay Crowder, fine. And then
And the deal got done at 1:03 in the morning.
That's
1:03.
kind of crazy
Mind
though.
you,
Jay Crowder was
deadline-
the deal breaker. That's
the
nuts.
deadline is literally 6 hours before the deadline, 7 hours before the deadline. So Matt Ishbia called at 11:45 at night. You know what I'm saying? That's how close KD was. Like, imagine if they didn't call back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how close, man. That's how crazy it is.
March must have been up waiting for that call. I'm sorry.
You think he was up?
He was like, "Oh man, come on!" Like, hello, yeah, we gonna do this deal. We gonna do this deal.
It's just crazy the sequence of
and
events.
you see how short it took to get the Harden deal done. That KD deal was like that.
Not even that.
It was
That's
like, man, a blink of a heart, bro. But like I said, we could have kept him, but it's like, I think we all knew the writing was on the wall, but we didn't want to say it. Like, KD wasn't going to stay here with no co-star. You know, he's too old. He's 34. He's aging. He's not going to.
And with all due respect, he gets injured every year. Why would he? You know how much it must suck for you to be the star that's carrying this team and they're doing well when you're there, and then once you get out, you're watching them lose, sitting on the bench, and you're like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, and you also got to factor in. We were good, fully healthy with everybody, but I didn't think we had enough to really push the needle and make it there and win. Like I think we were good enough to go.
Talking about if we kept KD, or are you talking about with the full squad, right? What we had?
Full squad, KD, Kyrie, Ben. I think we were good enough to at least get to the ECF.
Oh yeah, I think we were ECF.
But yeah, but we were the thing. But the thing
was
the
Boston ECF would have been. It would have been. That's a.
But we were like 2 moves away from winning that thing, bro.
Like I said, if you didn't, like I said, you saw what Rob Pelinka did. If Rob Pelinka flipped that Lakers team with almost as much assets as we had.
If you made a trade, if you got like I said, like if you we were talking about getting Naz Reid, we were talking about getting getting another guy, right, or like a Collins or something. This team was gonna realistically, you had a real shot of winning the chip. You had a real shot of winning with KD and Kyrie, maybe less, obviously, but
like,
yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but we here, so like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? Like,
we always talk about what could have been. It's about time that it's. I'm glad it's kind of I'm glad. Like, obviously it sucks, but I'm glad it's kind of sunk. Now we're at like, now we don't have to be like, well, we just have to have this guy healthy. We just have to have this guy healthy. That's done. Shit's done. We're done talking about this guy needs to be healthy. We need this guy. We need this guy. We need this guy to be healthy. We need, what if this guy stays healthy? What if this guy gets back to 100%?
We're the greatest what if team, I guess, right?
Yep. Because we saw the what ifs happen when Kyrie, KD, and the last game they played together, they destroyed the Bulls. Destroyed them. It wasn't close. That was a dog walk. We dog walked the Celtics. Obviously, they were without Jaylen Brown that series, but that was still a walk in the park. Yeah. That was easy. And during the regular season, it was easy.
If SM gets us a backup, like I said, in the perfect world, Kyrie gets paid. He stays. It's Kyrie, KD, the team. You flip at the deadline. It's a backup center and a point guard, or another scoring option, and you, boom, that's chip. Well,
and you see that, and now you see the buyout market, right? Imagine if we traded for guys.
The buyout market.
I swear,
you don't even need to do. You just need to get a backup center for it. You didn't blow it up.
Of course, when we blew that up, the buyout market was crazy.
Right.
I think that was one of the biggest things I was mad at. Of course, the minute we trade KD and Kyrie, everything is there that we could have fixed that roster.
But the best move we can make last year was Goran Dragic. Oh my gosh, man! And the year before that was still solid, but it still wasn't a bunch of guys. It was like 3 guys, and 2 of them came here, and it was Blake Griffin, and it was LaMarcus Aldridge, and the other guy was Andre Drummond. That was it. That was like all the bio guys.
Yeah, but overall, I think the worst part of it is it's just wanting to see your team win a chip. Exactly. That's it. Because on top of that, you got to look at it like this: if we at least got one, I wouldn't be as mad as how everything played out. As long as we got one, at least get one. At least get your foot in the door. At least establish, we won. Like, we got one. And I'm great. Like, I've seen a team because mind you, New York City FC, they did win a trophy. And thank fucking God. I didn't think I ever see a New York team win a fucking trophy. But I've talked with the fans there, and they're content with the rebuild now because they did blow it up because they fucking won.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing with winning a championship. It makes the fans contempt with the potential of blowing it up because hey, we won now when we rebuild.
Yeah. And give me a ring. Oh, you could do whatever you want to do with Sean Martin. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever.
Day, as long as I got that, we got that ring.
I got that trophy. Ooh,
because you know what? At least with the Lakers, at least like even though like they looked like shit and they couldn't even make the playoffs last year, they still won a chip with the guys that they had.
Yeah.
We couldn't even make it out of the second rounds.
I'm gonna get pressed.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all, man. Appreciate you guys, man. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter. The new announcement. So we got a lot of while we was on break, I got a lot of comments of people saying we should talk about, NBA commentary. So me and Rage got a little lab and we created Hoops World. Now Hoops World is gonna be all teams. We're gonna be talking about if you're an OKC fan, if you're a Grizzlies fan, if you're a Bucks fan, Celtics fan, whatever fan you are of the NBA, we're going to be talking about that. So it's going to be more NBA commentary.
Okay.
We're not going to talk Nets on that channel. This channel is sacred. It's for the Nets talk. That channel is going to be NBA commentary, whatever.
Oh, no,
it's NBA.
Oh, yeah, I would love to be on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're
going to be in there, bro.
Oh man.
Ray, you got the link for that channel? All right, I gotta.
I'll drop it right now.
Drop the link. Yeah, so this channel,
that's good. That's fucking good.
This channel is going to be for all the NBA. So it's going to be all fan bases are going to be in that channel. So it's going to be interesting because like throughout the break I was taking, and, I was watching a ton of games. I'm like, oh, I really like seeing other fan bases how they react, seeing like Lakers fans on Twitter talking about Darvin Ham's coaching lineups and his coaching.
Oh, God.
It was
Darvin Ham. Because Darvin Ham really sucks, bro. I can't. Darvin Ham is like, terrible.
It's funny going around the league and like looking at other fan bases. I'm like, you know what? Let's do a channel and talk about
at least. And it's kind of fun being like, you know what? At least we're not the only fan base panicking over our shitty team and our poorly ran franchise.
Yeah. This way, if we get packed up and we are back into depression, we have the NBA channel. We can talk because we're overall. You think about it, we're basketball junkies. You know what I'm saying? We love ball and we talk about ball all the time. Yeah. So it's like we talk about NBA all the time. So it's like might as well just. Oh yeah, there it is. Hold on, let me pin it, Rage.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna share this. Yeah, no, this we going.
Yeah, man. So again, make sure you, if y'all in here, subscribe to that channel, Hoops World. That's what we. Damn, I lost it.
I dropped it.
Dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, I gotta unpin this.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, this also pivots us into doing other sports because I need an outlet to talk baseball. I can't just.
Oh, we trying to do the baseball? Yo, we could.
I swear to God, it's
Monopoly,
so annoying because I don't think I understand. I'm surrounded by Yankees fans. This shit is annoying me. Literally, everybody in my house, Yankees. Everybody at school, Yankees. Everybody at my work, job, Yankees. No, fuck that. Fuck. It's time we put the boys and queens on the map. Fuck that. It's time.
Hey, Chubbs, guess what team AJ likes?
The fucking Yankees. Jesus Christ. My God, y'all weren't even alive for half of them 27 rings. Jesus.
Rachel, you Yankees fan?
Yes.
No, I'm not a Yankees fan, but I gotta say, He's
a Yankee supporter.
I'd rather watch the Yankees.
Nah.
Let me read some of these questions.
I have an Aaron Judge jersey, but I also have a Mets Javi Baez jersey, and now he's on my favorite team. So,
Javi Baez. Shout out to Maxix. He said, "For you, how many points per game can Bridges average on his team next season?" Greetings from Argentina.
23.7. 23.7.
23, 24. Shout out to you, Argentina. What's up? Are y'all going live on the new channel? What's the schedule? I think we're probably gonna put out short clips at first, and then if we grow some more, then we'll go live. Because way the YouTube algorithm is, you got to put out the clips. You got to put out videos first. So, but it could be like a pod. We'll probably do like a small pod, 10-minute or 20-minute, pods, and then put them out of our reactions to the games. And I think what we're gonna do is probably pick because the thing with NBA, it's so many games at the same time, so it's hard to cover everything.
Why do we have 17 games on it?
Yeah, it'd be like 17. So I'll be having my laptop open, this TV open, streaming on my phone. I'm like, I can't watch every single game, so it's like we're gonna probably pick like one game and then put it out. Maybe 1 or 2 games, maybe. Pick it. We'll do a pod on that.
And the thing is, it's like every video we can like transfer on. Like we'll go on this team, we'll be watching this team, we'll break down this team, the other video. Maybe next, we'll break down these couple teams. I kind of like in like some of the people like I really like mess with. Kenny, he's like the perfect. He's like the guy I kind of like want to bottle this shit after because it's like he does it like perfectly. He's able to get everything off. But
he does it such in like a time. He goes every team and like really timed.
He said he went over. He said he went over like every NBA team in like 30 minutes. It was like every team in like 1 minute.
He was good at that, bro. He has a gift for that. So it's, like I said, it's gonna be NBA content. So all fan bases, because I looked on this. There a couple of the comments. I saw it one night. I'm like, somebody was like, "Yo, I'm a Bucks fan, but I really like your guys' commentary, and I'm subscribed, and I'm a Bucks fan." So I'm like, "What?"
We see a lot of those too. It's like, "Yo, I'm a such and such fan, but I love the comments, man."
Yeah, so it's like, you know what? We're just gonna open it up for Hoops World, and like I said, shout out to
BB. I don't think Ohtani comes to the Mets, but we'll still probably sign someone else. I don't think he wants to stay in LA. He don't want to come over. He wants to stay.
I don't know how y'all lost Correa though, bro.
Because apparently his ankle's made of wood. It's wood. I don't know. It's the heck. I'm not a highly paid doctor that looked at his ankle and said no. And that happened twice.
Damn. Shout out to Albert. He said we are going to struggle against teams with a big man. Claxton is fine when he isn't outweighed. He needs a backup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Through all the highs and downs, through all the moves we've made, we still don't have a backup center. We still don't.
That's hilarious.
Dayron wasn't there. Dayron didn't play today at all.
Yeah.
And he isn't an NBA player. He isn't.
Yeah, Julian's still here, but
Yeah, Julian. I was just texting Julian last night. He said he's like happy about the new channel and what we're doing forward. Yeah, he's gonna be on there. Everybody's gonna be on there. It's just like I said, we're not gonna be talking Nets on there. We're gonna be talking every other team.
We just ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we make a pact early? Don't talk about the Knicks. We have to talk about I don't want to.
We have to be non-biased, bro.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about the Knicks either, but it's an NBA channel. We got to talk about that.
Jalen Brunson, he going crazy. Oh man, I want to do that, bro.
We got to be non-biased, man. We are non-biased because we're Nets fans, but except for Nets. Well, is this a biased channel? Are we biased in this channel? I guess we are.
Yeah, we're Nets fans. Of course, we're biased. We're Nets fans.
So it's perfect because every other team in the NBA, we're going to be non-biased because
AJ, nothing more biased than saying Ben Simmons could be something. Nothing more biased than being like, oh, imagine if he gets healthy. Nope. Everyone else, no one else outside of our fan base is saying Ben Simmons has got a chance. Everyone's saying he sucks. Everybody. He is worldwide known for being ass. He is worldwide.
Look at Jay. Day-Day is the best backup big in the NBA. Word to Draymond.
He is. That's why That's why he played today. That's why he played today because he's good. Because he's really good.
He's the best backup center, man. Every team wants to Aaron Sharp. Every team wants it.
Kevin Durant says, "What's y'all top 3 commenters?" He says his is number 1, Mike Breen, 2, Kevin Harlan, 3, Ian Eagle.
Oh, I'm putting Ian because this is a biased Nets channel. I'm putting Ian number 1 and Mike Breen number 2. I love Mike Breen on bang. Is Mike Breen?
Yeah, and Ian Eagle has the funniest punchlines. You got Mike Breen with the iconic bang. You got Harlan. You just got the ultimate commentator voice.
Yeah. Leb, don't do that.
We got Leb up in here. The betting god. The betting god.
Leb, the betting god in the building. Leb, don't do that. Leb, this is a biased Nets channel, but the NBA channel that we're doing is going to be unbiased because, like I said, we're Nets fans, and every other team we talk about, we don't really care. We don't really care. But we're going to be talking about ball regardless.
I'll say this: my top 3. I'll say Mike Breen. I'll go off the cuff of nostalgia because My dad always watched games. Marv Albert, because arguably I always watch games covered. That's how I got into ball. Like I just watch old school games and it's fucking him commentating.
Yeah.
And a dark horse candidate, Jim Ross from WWE. It's iconic. It's too iconic.
That's
Too
an
fucking iconic.
OG. Actually,
Jim Ross,
shout
too fucking
out to the OG Marv Albert,
Come
because
on.
Marv Albert is one of the GOAT commentators. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
He
Marv
retired.
Albert.
He
Hey,
retired,
I'll never forget when we played the Bucks when we just got Harden and he was like breathing heavily into the mic.
Oh man,
Yeah, Marv is hilarious.
You really got to talk about Marv Albert's downfall, because his last year was kind of crazy. His last year was crazy.
Oh yeah, with the scandal.
Hey, he was commentating that when Katie hit that shot in Game 5.
Yeah,
Nah,
a jawbreaker.
You see Jay's comments.
What did Jay say?
Nah, but read the follow-up. Read the follow-up. Nah, because Marv Albert Marv Albert really was a freak.
Mark Albert.
He was a freak back in the day. Like he really was. He really was.
Yo, nah, because like, I remember when that report came out about Marv Albert, right? And it was like, Marv Albert is being investigated for biting on a woman's. Oh, I can't say the word because this is a children's show. Biting on a woman's, So I'm like, wait, how I can't even picture Marv Albert with his like voice, like, "Come here, girl." Like I can't even like.
Okay.
Don't ever do that, AJ. Why would you do that?
Like, can you picture Marv Albert in a hotel room, like, "Yeah, girl, like, come here." Like,
and
you know the way he talks. You know how Marv Albert talks.
I can confirm from secondhand information, because my mom did work as a general manager for the hotel in New York at the whole height of the Knicks being really known as being good.
Yeah.
Marv Albert stayed over at the fucking her hotels. Nigga was a freak.
Damn, Marv Albert was giving it up like that?
That nigga had a starting 5. He had a 6-man. His
Marv
rotation
Albert?
was nutty.
Hold on.
Yo,
You talking about Marv Albert?
We talking Marv Albert was a freaky man. He had a starting 5. He had the rotation. He had free agency. He had a rotation.
AJ, is he just like you for real?
Nah, there's no way Marv Albert had. Was he a Riz guy?
Marv
Albert was a Riz guy?
It wasn't just Marv Albert too. It was y'all be surprised how many NBA players really be having starting 5s, like for real.
I just wasn't expecting Marv because like he's like, I mean, he does have some clout, so it's not like he's like
Marv Albert is a freak.
If you see Marv Albert, you're gonna be like,
you just don't picture him in the bedroom.
Marv Albert is a freak. Marv Albert is a freak.
This is unbelievable.
Marv Albert is a freak. Yo, a lot of these guys from the 90s, they were freaks. Straight up, like the rotation. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
This is crazy.
Yo, you gotta pin Leb's comment right now.
Hold on. Let me read some. Yvonne, let's go live on the big games so you can get out of these. Yeah, we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live on the big games, especially when we get to NBA and when we get Hoops World up. We'll go live too on that. Shout out to Made in Brooklyn. When do you think Katie will thank Brooklyn Nets fans? Do you think Katie will ever criticize the Nets organization like Kyrie and Harden? No, I think. Well, tomorrow's Katie's press conference, so I think he's just gonna be very formal and try not to talk about the details, but I think he'll just say something like, "Oh, I enjoyed my time when I was there, and things didn't work out, and now I'm here." I think it's gonna be like that. What did Leb say? Hold on, I kind of fell out. Yo, Lev, yo, Lev, yo, Lev, DM me, bro. I need because you the betting god, Lev. DM me because Leb has the craziest FanDuel tickets I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, Leb loses me with those fucking parlays, bro. He does too much.
Leb parlays is insane.
He does too much for me.
Oh man, this has gone to a Nets After Dark like crazy.
Isn't that crazy, Leb? That Marv Albert has the backup center and we don't.
Oh my god, y'all are going crazy.
He got the starting 5. He got the general man. He has a franchise, bro. He had a franchise. I don't know if he played. He had a franchise, bro.
Nah, this is unruly right now. This conference. I'm looking at the chat right now and I'm going. This is getting really nasty work.
Oh man.
Shout out to Peoples Hernandez was good. Ben Simmons' rotation, pimp every week. Yeah. Ben got. I'm not gonna lie. That's the one thing he be doing. He gets baddies, bro. You bagging baddies on outside of the court, like outside of the whole. He's terrible on basketball. Outside, like getting girls. That's what Ben's probably good at. Maybe when he retires, like he's gonna be like one of them back. I don't know. Something. Shout out to Roshi, bro. The Mac really trying to get LaMarcus Aldridge. Oh yeah. I saw that. The Mavs, yeah. Terrence Ross just went to the Suns. Like I said, all these good NBA topics we're gonna be talking about now.
This could have been us. Fuck.
Just crazy. Nah, we would have to waive guys though. You gotta factor that in.
Yeah, but you think about this, right? We could have made trades, and remember when we got rid of Kessler Edwards for an extra roster spot? We still have an extra roster spot.
Oh yeah, yeah,
because we got rid of Crowder.
Bad thoughts and bad shots. All right, we gotta get out of here because this is nasty. This is nasty.
Crazy.
That Westbrook comment was hilarious.
BB said, "How does Ben soft pull up girls?" I don't know, man. I guess
he is 6'10", plays basketball, and he's making tens of millions of dollars.
He's rich as heck. 35 mil. Yeah, 40 next year.
And he's got a 6-pack. So,
Leb, you say he lost money today? Damn. Nah, Leb's parlays is crazy, yo.
So Leb, my bad, Leb. You're only up $35,000. I forgot you're only up $35,000.
Yo, Leb's account on FanDuel is probably like 40 bands, no, it's probably like 20 bands in there, bro.
Let me cooking the parlays. Like I can't lie. Like I would do the same thing. I'm a pussy when it comes to gambling.
I've been trying. Me and Ray, I've been trying to text Ray like, yo, we gotta rob FanDuel like how Leb be robbing.
Bro, I had told one of my friends to put up a Prize Picks thing. Right, he had a 2-legger thing. He put up. It was like $1,200 to win 36, and it hit, and it fucking hit. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, yo, I don't know. It's like Prize Picks is like one of that. That's actually a good one, but like you have to like the smaller leg, like you can get 2 legs, but you're gonna have to bet more money, but you can gain a lot. Yo, I was like, yo, are you sure you want me to like go on with like with this shit? Because I was just guessing, and I'm like, damn.
Nah, this chat is crazy.
Oh man.
Nah, but parlay is gonna be. We're gonna rob FanDuel, man. Trust me, it's gonna come. We're gonna rob FanDuel, like Levy doing.
Why did you put the photo of him, dude?
Cause, bro, that's one of the gold commentators, man.
He's him.
Nah, he really is.
He is him. Nah, outside of the crazy last year he had with the biting women's, Yeah, he was one of the y'all all those Jordan clips y'all watch in the Last Dance. That's all Marv Albert. Yeah. Most of those are Marv Albert.
That showed me all the Bulls, yeah. Like the Pacers, Knicks, all that.
He was during that era where come on, the NBA was in prime form.
Yeah, bro. Reggie Miller from downtown. Was that him? Was that? I think that was
Jordan clip. Go back. It's Marv Albert, yo.
Yo, but the thing is, Mike Breen only comes on at the wrong times, because every time I'm trying to watch a game, I got him yelling bang in my ear. I'm watching, I had to listen to him talk and him scream in excitement because Jason Tatum hit a game-winning layup. That wasn't good for me. That was terrible.
And it'd be they started to put Mike Breen on the bad games, which hurts. You can't put him on Orlando Magic.
Yo, okay, but Mike Breen on a Suns Celtics finals series, bro.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be fire. I'll take Iron Eagle on one of those too.
Also, Iron Eagle started doing football. I didn't know I needed that. That Iron Eagle on football is crazy.
Iron's been doing football, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I just really found out, he's really doing football. I'm like, damn, let me tune into this shit.
Yeah. Somebody said Marv Albert's last game was with the Mets. Was it? No, was it?
Really?
Nah, his last game wasn't with the Mets.
Yes, it was. It was game 7. It was game 7. Game 7 when we played.
Wow, that's legendary.
He was there for the KD foot on the line. Oh, I hate that moment.
Oh, that was his last game? I was fired. That was his last game. Shout out to Marv, man. That's why he's a Nets legend, bro.
Yeah, but he also commentated the game that started our downfall.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Shout out to BB. He's from Brooklyn too? No, he's not. He is? Nah, if he's from Brooklyn, then he got it.
Hold on.
Let me look on the Wikipedia.
There's Marv Albert.
No, he's not from Brooklyn. Oh, wait. He went to Syracuse? Oh, he was born in New York City. Okay, Marv. Oh, yeah, he is from Brooklyn. Okay. Nah, he really is Brooklyn.
Okay, no.
Where?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely, yeah.
He went to Abraham Lincoln High School. Okay, Lincoln. Wow, Marv. Okay, Marv. He's Brooklyn made. Yeah, Marv is a G, man. I'm just gonna keep him up for the rest of the thing.
Okay, so where y'all think Marv was born in? I'm betting heavy he was a Bensonhurst baby.
Benson.
Heavy on the Bensonhurst. Maybe even the.
That's a good. What's the most Jewish part of? Oh, I'm thinking about. Because he's Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking like back when it was really populated by Irish immigrants.
Brooklyn changed so much. It's like it's crazy. Like we don't know. Well, what year was he born? 1960. No, 1941. Oh, nah, it was different. You don't even know what Brooklyn was. Brooklyn 1942 was crazy, bro.
No way that's what this is called.
All right, y'all.
Okay, hold on. Before we end, so y'all know like Cobble Hill by Manhattan Bridge, that little industrial area.
Yeah.
They call that Dumbo.
Oh yeah, Dumbo.
What the fuck? Why?
That's been a thing, bro. I mean, like,
who creates these names? This is nuts.
I think Katie had an apartment over there in Dumbo.
Yeah.
A lot of players have like a couple like Brooklyn Nets players have some apartments in Dumbo. Show my usable fiber. I'm struggling with this rebuild, man. I don't know if I'll ever get over going 18-20, then trading the best players to ever wear a Nets uniform.
18-2, you meant.
Oh, 18-2. Sorry, yeah. I saw the 0. I was like, what?
Oh, that's what that.
We all are, man.
Okay. I didn't know what that meant. That's what that.
But but fiber, we move.
Yeah, I'm still depressed, bro. You don't think it hurts? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think I go outside and wear Nets gear and people are like, "Oh my god, you're a Nets fan?"
Nothing I love more than going to school and the first thing I hear at 7 a.m. is Kevin Durant got traded. Your franchise is terrible. I love going to school and hearing that at 7 in the morning. Go on
now? Like Josiah has put the pain in. Like people, you see Nets people with Nets gear, that Josiah be like, people come up to him and be like, "You're a Nets fan? Oh my god, God bless you." Like, I feel so bad for you. You're terrible. Like your team is trash. Like they literally come up to you.
Okay, but nothing's worse than someone saying, "I feel so bad for you. Your team is ass."
I'll say this: I'm very thankful where I go to classes. It's far away from any form of sports. Like the closest place there is probably where the Islanders play. Thank God, because anyhow I went out there with my Nets gear, I would have gotten anywhere it was like close to where the Mets play or even touching. But I would have got roasted all day, every day. Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, shout out Jay from because he said Dumbo is an acronym. Down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. Oh, look at Jay from.
I'm saying I gotta go out and explore New York more. That's new to me.
I didn't know that myself, and I'm on. I didn't know that myself.
Yeah,
thank you though. That's good knowledge, man. Jay from BK with the knowledge. Yeah, man. I gotta.
He is Jay from BK.
I'd assume he'll know about BK.
Yeah. Somebody said, at least y'all not the Knicks. Shout out to at least y'all not.
They look better than us, bro.
I mean, we got clapped up by the Knicks though. So
Jalen Brunson, what? Why is he doing that? Why? How is that even possible? How is he just hitting everything? Oh my gosh, that game! I had to turn the game off.
Nah, I wasn't able to see the game. Thank God. Yeah,
you watched You would have watched a Jalen Brunson just dog walk.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that game. He said, "Took my commentary, but I love you."
Nah, Jason, I love you.
From the 1920s to now, every day has been wild. America, the entertainment. Yeah, you guys got good knowledge, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel that's pinned, man. The NBA channel, because you guys have good NBA history and good NBA knowledge, man. If you're trying to spit that knowledge, Make sure you subscribe to them.
And you know what the thing is, AJ, the KD fans that subbed, the Kyrie fans that subbed, just transfer onto that channel. Don't worry, we'll be talking about your favorite players.
Just transfer on.
Y'all can go to the Hoops World. We'll be chilling over there. Yeah.
The best part of like Hoops World is just seeing like when we get nice, is seeing other fan bases like panic and like and talk smack to each other.
You know what's crazy? We can actually be talking in a stream and we see like we're watching like a team and they do like really bad and we can be like, I feel bad for y'all. We can actually be able to say that.
It's gonna be funny watching like Lakers fans or like panic in the chat.
And it'll be a breath of fresh air because we don't have to be like, oh man, Kyrie and KD, what are we gonna do? We lost all these guys. We suck. Now,
I'll say that the pressure is like, arguably it's sad, but it's also been the most stress-free part of being a Nets fan. That's the weird part of it. Like it's the weird part of it.
It's gonna be a breath of fresh air because like we're probably gonna get packed up in the playoffs or like packed up. So hopefully we make the playoffs. Yeah. Hopefully we make the God forbid, but if we get packed up and
I don't see us moving anywhere from the 5th seed. But I also wouldn't be surprised. I could see us beating the Cavs, but I don't think it's a high chance at all.
Yeah, I don't see us really beating anybody in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see it. More teams are deeper than us. They have more structured rosters.
They have a star on the team. Do you know any championship team or a playoff team that has a first option? Yo, bro, I mess with Mikal Bridges. I really do, but like he isn't like any of these other first options that we've seen.
Personally, like I said, I'm treating like this season's kind of over. That's what in my mind. That's how I'm treating this season. Like it's over already. But I'm just gonna root for every win we get.
I've said this as a basketball fan. I can't wait for the playoffs. As a Nets fan, I can't wait for the off season and draft day.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Definitely. Exactly. As a basketball fan, I'm excited for the playoffs because
there's Suns Mavs matchup next month dated. That's. Like all the tween hoopers, analytics type. That's a holiday.
The West is gonna be fire. The West is gonna be fire.
I'm gonna name some of these teams for you. Celtics, Bucks, 76ers, East, right? West, you got Nuggets, Grizzlies, Suns. You still got the Clippers. You still have the Warriors. You still have the Lakers. You still have the Pelicans when Zion comes back. The Kings have been okay. You still got Jokic. You got Jokic back there. You got Morant. You got KD. You got Booker. You got Ayton. You got CP3. You got Anthony Edwards. You got Kat. You got Steph Curry. You got Luka. You got Kyrie. You got LeBron. AD.
It's really not being talked about. We gave Luka Kyrie Irving. that's
no. You know what's not being talked enough about how we made the NBA interesting. Basketball fans should be thankful that we did this for basketball.
Like, I don't think y'all just gave Luka a reason. Y'all just gave teams we really gave teams a reason to not totally double Luka. That's fucking crazy. Because number one, obviously they blundered it versus the Timberwolves in the clutch, but I think they figure that shit out. Like they'll figure that shit out. But Jesus Christ, y'all just gave Luka like 10 more assists. I hope y'all know that, right?
Yo, the Mavs are gonna be nice. Don't get me wrong, but I can see them getting packed up for sure because they don't
defense.
They don't got the depth for that, bro. No disrespect, but if Theo Pinson is playing solid minutes for you, I don't know where you guys are going as a team.
How you feel about Cleveland when he comes low? Because first of all, I love Josh Green defensively. Josh Green is
and he can shoot the ball. Like, Josh Green is so fucking good. He is unbelievable.
I'm just say this. Luka gave the Clippers fits just by himself with just a DFS and Tim Hardaway. You're giving him Kyrie Irving. They have to do some special shit to shut Luka down for him to even their defense isn't good. But the duo of Luka and Kyrie is that's too good. That's too good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're
gonna be tough, man. They're gonna be tough. They're gonna need some time to gel, but they're gonna be tough. But you know what, AJ? So are the Suns. So are so are the Lakers. But you know what? I don't care who the Lakers get. They're still done. They're still done in my opinion. They're still gonna be done. You think LeBron's gonna come back?
Lakers can go toe to toe. I think fully healthy, they can go toe to toe with anybody, but it's just about coaching whether they can win a series.
They got a bro. They're like in a 20. What's the game hole they're in? Like 10 games out of they're like deep into 13th, 14th.
They're 13th, and they're 2 full games away from the Thunder.
Oh my god!
The Thunder, the Blazers, and the Jazz.
They're on a huge win streak, bro. It's like a huge.
Yeah,
they can't lose.
They can't go on a run. Definitely go on a run.
They can't lose.
And you know what? They have to gel with that whole team. I don't see them like this is. I don't think this is not the Lakers year for sure, but next year they might got it. You gotta hope that you don't get effed with injuries because I hope they can stay healthy just for the sake of making the NBA interesting. But I mean, you still got to worry about LeBron. You still got to worry about AD. You still really got to worry about AD because you never know with him.
Yeah.
And you're still in the 13th seed. You should not be behind the Oklahoma City Thunder with LeBron James. No.
Like, okay, you know what's crazy? How y'all feel if y'all were Damian Lillard right now?
Yo, he is going crazy. He is I think he's like averaging 38 in the past 4 games, bro.
And he's sitting in the 11th seed. I don't understand how you're Damian Lillard and you go through all of this and you're just, you know what? I stay loyal. How does he do that?
Really think about it. Luka just got Kyrie. Y'all just gave LeBron and AD, Jared Vanderbilt, Mo Bamba, Malik Beasley. The Suns just did what they did. They just added KD and lost. They
just got Kevin Durant onto Devin Booker, who is honestly could be a first option. You have CP3, who is arguably the best facilitator in the league.
Oh my
and you got Ayton, who is insanely gifted offensively and is really young.
Y'all got the Grizzlies. Y'all know they're gonna be good. The Nuggets, as long as y'all got Jokic, they always got a chance.
And you know what, Chubbs? The Nuggets are sitting in the first seed comfortably. The Grizzlies are second seed and they're 5 games behind them.
And meanwhile, Damian Lillard has Sheldon Sharp at fucking Anthony Simons, and he's told to ball up. This is great. He's told to ball up. He got fucking Nurkic, Simons, and fucking Shaden Sharp.
Jeremy Grant.
I'm like, I admire the loyalty, but it's like, damn, he's kind of like
yo, he's in hell.
He's like that loyal fan that like never leaves.
You know who's also on that train too? Bradley Beal.
Oh,
that's true. That's true. Well, you know what? The East is getting weaker, so I don't know.
That is true, but you still got that duo in 76er land. You still got Giannis. You still got the Bucks, who just won a championship 2 years ago. Even with going in, even with the Suns adding them, I think they're an insane team, and they are my favorites to get out of the West. But the Celtics are different. Different. Their Celtics are different. They went toe to toe with the Bucks without Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They started Sam Hauser and Blake Griffin.
Yeah, too bad Grant Williams can't dribble a basketball because they probably would have won that game.
He'll be out next year too, by the way. I think he might be out. They might not be able to pay him. Like he's asking for, I think, like 18, something like that.
For what it's worth, do you think he's worth that money?
I mean, it depends what team, but me personally, I don't think.
Yeah, you can get. I'm sorry, you can get the fuck. We can find a guy. It's easy. Fuck it. You can call us. We'll probably give him DFS, easy replacement.
Who you guys talking about?
Grant Williams. Is he worth $20 million a year? I don't know if he's worth 20 million.
And you know, but you guys also know we still have to pay Cam Johnson, right?
So I'm saying, I kind of look at it like, is Grant Williams and CJ in the same type of class because they both won?
Yeah, Mikal Bridges makes $20 million a year, right?
Yeah.
Is Grant Williams on the level of Mikal Bridges?
Oh no. Grant Williams is lower than Mikal.
Yeah,
a little bit lower.
Way lower. Grant Williams is really good, but like he can't.
We stole him though. We stole him on a good the Suns. We stole him on that contract.
And we have him locked up to like what 2026.
Oh yeah, and Dorian Finney-Smith makes $20 million a year. So Grant Williams is gonna be in that DFS Mikal Bridges range.
Yeah, he's definitely not coming.
He's not like that though. He's not getting like no 20 points per game, 18 points per game. Like he could shoot lights out, but I don't know. I kind of see him on a different team. Maybe if you give him a team though.
He's still playing well on a bench role for a championship team.
Nah, AJ, Rage, AJ. You know what's crazy? I could see the Grizzlies making a push for him. I could easily see it.
Yeah, because
They
what
need
they
a
were also
wing. They
doing.
need a
They were
wing.
pushing for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, they need a wing. I don't think they're gonna offer that from Mikal Bridges again. They're gonna probably go on.
Let me read this.
And we might not even give it up.
Shout out to Made in Brooklyn. Shout out to Lev. Lev said Mikhail's on a really good team deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's on. We got him for a steal on that money. Made in Brooklyn said, anyone worried about potential Knicks first round 4 versus 5 matchup? I'm not worried at all.
No,
I mean, let's be honest.
I'm already going
because
into the
I don't.
season.
It doesn't. I don't see Cleveland getting moved out of the 4th seed, and if we get moved down, the Knicks will either get moved out. I don't think we see the Knicks at all. I think it's either us and the Cavs or us and the Bucks.
But even if
or the Sixers,
it's recency. Living in the moment, we got smoked by the Knicks. But if gun to my head, I had to choose Nets in 6. Fuck the Knicks. I'm sorry. No, fuck that.
Yeah, just because I hate the Knicks so much, I still have delusional optimism with the Knicks.
Nah, Nets in 6. I don't
we
care.
beating the Knicks.
For sure. But you know what the thing is, and then I've also realized that even though like we have looked like ultimately shitty, getting rid of 3 superstars in the span of 2 years. Well, actually, in less than that, but still, you are still a high market team in New York City. You can no matter what, even through the shitty ownership, you can still get guys. But I say that, and you look at the Knicks, and you're like, okay, maybe not. Because I mean, Dolan's terrible. AJ, I sent you that video. I'm not sure if you watched it, but I didn't even realize Dolan was that crazy.
I watched. Dolan's a whack job. A lot of New York team owners are whack job. That's why so many people are clamoring for Steve Cohen, because he looks fucking normal. Like, and it's not even that
he's the best owner right now in New York.
He's literally he sits there. He says, "Okay, how can we build a team? All right, cut the check." Yeah. That's it,
bro. Like him and Ishba are like, or Ishba or wherever his name is. Those are like the owners you want that'll just spend the money. But it's like, well, I was watching it and I was like, yo, I didn't even realize Dolan was this crazy. I was like, he's got like this whole system. He's got security going up to fans because they told him to sell the team. He's crazy.
He takes the media, like if the media asks the wrong question, he'll be like, all right, he can't come.
He didn't even have an open press conference for Jalen Brunson. It was closed. Bro, there was no media members.
Like Nick Friedel, if Nick Friedel was on the Knicks or covering the Knicks, he would be gone by now. Like
he'll have him.
Would have got him out of here.
Dolan would have had Nick Friedel locked up. He would have had him locked the hell up.
Would have had Nick Friedel in jail. Like he would have put him in there.
Oh man,
he had guys following coaches.
And let's not even.
He hired guys to follow the head coach. He had and he had a mic by Carmelo Anthony to make sure what he was saying at all times when he was on the court.
Are you guys adding Joe Tsai to the list of like crazy owners too, or y'all just gonna like?
Yes, I mean he's not like
but
Joe Tsai isn't like, honestly Joe Tsai isn't like a crazy guy, but he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
He's an asshole, but he's
we'll say he's emotional owner. He's the most emotional ego.
He said he wouldn't trade Kyrie to the Lakers because that was his preferred destination. That's ultimate petty.
Yeah. Like even for the betterment of the let's say the Lakers had a great deal for us. Like even if the Lakers had an amazing deal, you're like, nope,
because that's what Kyrie wants to go. So you can't do it.
You can't run business like that. You can't.
Even though we don't even see the Lakers because we are in the Eastern Conference. Who cares? Yeah. He wants to go there, so nope.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro. He's an emotional owner, bro. Yeah, shout out to the chat. And yeah, he's very emotional. Shout out to Cypher. He's awful. Horrible. Yeah.
If you're a good owner, at the end of the day, if you're a good owner, you pay Kyrie.
I want an owner like Mark Cuban or Steve Ballmer, yo. I want owners like that.
Oh yeah, Steve Ballmer, like, he's a cool.
Yo, when you look at you're like, man, wouldn't it be nice to be a player and your owner hyping you up? That sounds wrong, but still.
Bro, Mark Cuban. I'm watching Mark Cuban dap up Kyrie in the shoot around. Like I barely see Joe Tsai, bro. Like I haven't heard Joe Tsai's voice in like 3 years. I've heard his voice for 3 years.
I'm at this point. I'm assuming Joe Tsai is British. I have a feeling he has a British accent.
Let me know in the chat. Have y'all even heard Joe Tsai's voice before? Like I've never heard his voice.
His wife is more involved than anybody.
I've heard his wife. Yeah, I've seen his wife on Yes Network and talk.
Yeah,
And
shout
Liberty
out
too.
to
'Cause she was.
You know what?
I think she's on Liberty.
How about that?
Liberty.
Shout out to Clara. How about that? Let's congratulate. Let's celebrate Clara Wusa. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. I never heard his voice, yo. He barely like I said. I'll never. I don't know, man.
Mark Cuban was on the court shoot-around, shooting with his players. What?
Mark Cuban does like like when they win the game afterwards, he'll be on court doing the how like they interview the players. He'd be like right there and they interview him. Like it's mad funny. Mark Cuban. He does a whole like.
Has Josai ever had a public announcement? No. Has he ever? Ever?
Has he ever had a conference with the public?
I've never seen him.
Has he ever talked? Yeah, that's true. Has he ever talked in a press conference?
I'm saying I've never seen that man speak to the public at all.
And this is way different than Mikhail Prokhorov.
And
Mikhail Prokhorov was everywhere. Like Prokhorov was everywhere.
Now, what are we talking about? Josai doesn't just care about the money. He wants to see his team succeed. He doesn't just care if he makes profit or not. What am I talking about?
And he's good over here, right? I think the only time I've ever seen him Josai speak was when Ian Eagle did that interview in the first season we got Katie and Kyrie. Like when they first got back on the court healthy. There was an interview, and I think that's where the winning is my religion. I think that's where the winning is my religion quote came from.
Was it like a press interview? It was like a press interview where you like
no, it was
or was it like on live TV? Or...
It was on Yes Network. It was a one-on-one joint. It should be on YouTube, but I think that interview is where the winning is my religion joint came from.
His one and only one-on-one interview.
He tweets more than he talks. Yeah, that's a fact.
I swear to God, like I never, and even then I saw that. I still don't know what he sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yo, but I'm telling you, this Hoops World thing is gonna be so fun because it's just gonna be a breath of fresh air. We don't have to worry about the shitty team that we have to continuously be like, oh my gosh, what could have been, this and that. Our owners suck. Our GM sucks. We can talk about just all the fun
things that don't make us depressed anymore. Yeah, things that don't make us.
Like I said, as an NBA fan, playoffs need to start tomorrow. As an NBA fan, it needs to start tomorrow. Get. I want to see Katie's first game, and I want to see the playoffs.
Yeah, and basically the past 30 minutes, that's basically about what I think Hoops Hype is going to be like. We're just get topics, shoot the shit about it, general NBA. So like, if y'all like what y'all heard like the last 30 minutes, that's probably what you're gonna hear on the Hoops World.
Yeah, man. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button for us, man. We'll be back. Well, All-Star is coming up, so
9-day break.
It's gonna be a break, man. Maybe we can drop some stuff on Hoops World about All-Star. We'll do a pod on All-Star.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Hit that like button. Again, follow us on Instagram, Nets Kingdom 2433. All our Twitters are at the bottom. TikTok merch is on netskingdom.org. Appreciate you guys, man. We'll be back. Well,
sub to that YouTube. Sub to it.
Sub to that YouTube. The Hoops World is on. Subscribe. It's on. It's pinned. And if you're watching this on the replay, you're watching this full 1 hour and 45 minutes. Look in the live chat replay, and you will see the link for Hoops World. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back.
Energy and the juice.
Juicy win after juicy win. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I beg your pardon. I beg your